This afternoon in topic we're learning about flowcharts. So here we have a flowchart that we need to finish together, and it's a flowchart about animals. So at the top of our flowchart we have a question, and you answer the question to lead you to the next question to find out which animal we're talking about. So our first question, you can read with me, how many legs does it have? So you need to answer. We have 2 legs or 4 legs here, but we have a missing empty box, and you need to answer all of the empty boxes. You need to fill them in to complete your flowchart. So we're going to do that first box, this box, together before you have a go at doing the rest on your own. So my question, how many legs does it have? We don't know how many legs it has yet. We know that this animal has 2 legs, and that the animals here have 4 legs. But how many legs does this have? Let's have a look at it. How many legs does this have? It is a fish, so it has no legs. I know it has no legs, so I am going to write 0. How many legs does it have? It has 0 legs. And then once you have answered all these questions, then you can move on to your next questions. So we have, does it have fins? Yes or no? So you need to think of an animal here that has 0 legs, but it does not have fins. And then you're going to write your answer. Here we have, how many legs does it have? 2. Does it have feathers? This animal, does this animal have feathers? You need to write yes or no in these boxes. One of them needs to say yes and one of them needs to say no. Does this animal have feathers? If you think it does, you need to write yes. If you don't think it does, you need to write no. The last column, does it have legs? How many does it have? It has 4. Does it have a long tail? You need to write yes and no, and you've got these animals drawn in for you. You've got a clue for one of them. A hamster, does that have a long tail? You might need to look up a picture of that if you're not sure what a hamster looks like. Once you have filled in all of these questions, then you need to answer which animals they all are. The ones that don't have a picture already, you can draw a picture of the animal. Once you have finished doing that sheet, we have some more questions about the flowchart that you've created. So you need to use this sheet, your flowchart, to answer these questions about the flowchart. Make sure that you finish your flowchart before you try answering the questions though, because you will find it tricky if you haven't completed it. So we'll read through the questions together, and then you're going to do your flowchart first. You're going to finish your flowchart and then do your questions, and then you can send us pictures of that on Dojo. Which animals have no legs? So you need to look at your flowchart. How many legs do they have? We have 0, 2 or 4. So which of these animals have no legs? We know that 0 legs tells us they have no legs. So once you have filled in your flowchart, you will write about these 2 animals because they have 0 legs. Can you think of another animal that has 2 legs? So for this question, you're not looking at your flowchart. You're not using these animals. You're thinking of a different animal that has 2 legs. I'll give you a clue. There will definitely be more than one of these animals in your house. 3. I am thinking of an animal. It has a long tail. Which animals from the flowchart might I think of? So, which of the animals on the flowchart have a long tail? I'll give you a clue. There's more than one animal on there. And question 4, can you think of another question you could ask to find out which animal I'm thinking of? So we've got all our questions here on our flowchart, can you think of a different question you could ask to work out which of the 6 animals along the bottom I am thinking of?